One of the main apps on the Newline home screen is Browser. Browser can be located on the left-hand side. It's one of the big 6 applications. It is in the top row, middle. So I'm going to go ahead and open Browser by clicking on that. Once I click on Browser, it opens a browser independent on my laptop or device. I'm not connected to anything. I just open Browser up directly on the panel. It will look just like it would on your laptop. In the upper right-hand corner, there's 3 little dots. I'm going to go ahead and click on those 3 little dots. This is going to provide me with some additional features. Here I can open a new tab. I can go to an incognito tab if I need to. I can look up my history, check my downloads, get to my bookmarks. There's also recent tabs and this desktop site. This desktop site comes in handy if you open up a website and it doesn't quite look right. Like sometimes when you open a website on your cell phone, it doesn't quite look like it would on your computer. That's because sometimes websites are programmed differently for mobile devices than they are desktop sites. So if you ever come across that, you open up a site and it just doesn't quite look right, it's because it thinks that your panel is a giant cell phone. So all you have to do is click this desktop site, and that will kind of trick the site into thinking that you're on a laptop rather than a giant tablet. I'm going to go back to those 3 little dots. You also have settings and your help and feedback there. It is rather simple to bookmark a site. You're just going to go to the site that you would like. So I know when I was in the classroom, my students loved Bookit. So I'll go to Bookit. And once I get to the site to bookmark or save this, all I have to do is press the little star in the corner. So you can see I have this bookmarked or favorited because this star is blue. If I want to quickly find all of my bookmarks, I'm going to go to those 3 little dots again, click on bookmarks, and that's going to open up my bookmarks. So I have Bookit and Google Classroom already favorited or saved in my bookmarks. Another really nice feature of the browser on the panel is that you can annotate directly over whatever you pull up in the browser. So for example, if I'm teaching a geography lesson about the United States, I could pull up a map of the United States. So I'm going to search for a US map with no labels. I can narrow my search and just search for images. I'm going to go ahead and click images. And then I'm going to find a map that I like that does not have labels. So I pulled up this map of the United States. Now I can quickly start annotating directly on this map. All I have to do is click the annotation pen, which is the 3rd icon down. Looks like a piece of paper with a pen on top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. When I do, you'll see at the bottom of my screen, it opens up all of these annotation tools. So I can write on this. I can use my highlighter, my selector tool, the eraser, or all the way down in that right-hand corner. I can even take a screenshot of this directly from Browser. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I would use this in the classroom. So if I was working on geography with my students, I might pull this up and have groups of students come up and work on this. So one thing I would be sure to tell them is make sure you write your name off to the side first. I'm going to write their names here. Together, I would have them try to correctly label all of the states. Once one group finished, all I have to do to get ready for the next group is press that annotation tool again. Right now, there's a little red X over it. As soon as I press that, it's going to take a screenshot of what my students just did. It's going to save that in internal storage for me. And now this is ready for the next group. Next group comes up. All they have to do, push the annotation pen, write their names again, and then this group can get started working. Really simple way to create a station or rotation within your classroom. Now we're going to take a look at taking screenshots. There's a couple of reasons why you might want to take a screenshot of an image like this. One is if you want to use this within the whiteboard file. So you can quickly take a screenshot and then upload this as the background in one of your whiteboard files. So to do that, I'm going to push the annotation pen again. I'm going to click on the screenshot option, which is in that lower right-hand corner. It looks like a camera with a little dotted lines around it. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. To give it just a second, there's little blue anchors in the corners that show up. So all I have to do is drag those and make sure the highlighted area is what I want to take a screenshot of. Once I get those anchors where I would like them, then you'll notice there's a couple of options underneath the highlighted area. But the two I use most are the middle two. It looks like a little easel with a square on it. If I click on that one, it's going to take a screenshot and put this directly into the last whiteboard file that I had opened. If I click the arrow that's pointing down, it's going to save this onto the panel so I can use it in the future. I'm going to go ahead and click that whiteboard just so I can show you. I click that, it'll take just 1 second, and now it opened up my whiteboard file, and this image is in my whiteboard file. So then I have all of the tools available to me in Whiteboard to work with this image. I'm going to go back to browser now. And I'm going to show you one more thing in browser. So I'm going to look for a PDF file. You can also save and download PDF files directly onto your panel, so you can work with your students, model, demonstrate on your panel where everyone can see it, and then students can also have that PDF either on paper at their desk or on a device at their desk. So I just searched for first grade math packet. I can tell that this is a PDF file because right after it says teaching mama there, it says PDF. So if I long press on this, it's going to give me some options. I could open a new tab. I can copy the link address. I can download the link. So there are options if you long press. If I just click on it, it's going to immediately ask me if I want to download this file. Yes, I would like to download it. You can see I've already downloaded this file once, so it's asking me if I want to download it again. If you download a PDF file from the browser, it will be saved in your internal storage. Then you can quickly pull that into your whiteboard and annotate and use that to teach your students. You can also sync your browser. If you want to sign in, it will sync bookmarks that you have saved on your laptop to the panel. To do that, I'm going to go to the 3 little dots in the corner. I'm actually going to go to my bookmarks. And right above the bookmarks, it asks me to get your bookmarks on all your devices, sign in and sync. So if I turn on sync, it's going to ask me, do I want to turn on sync and add an account? And it'll take just a second, and then it'll ask you to sign into your account. So the bookmarks that you have saved on your laptop, you could also have saved on the panel if you want to sign in and sync. And then you would just fill the rest of this in. One of the things I really love about having the browser directly on my Newline panel is that frees up my laptop. So I can pull up sites like Look It, or I can pull up a map of the United States, and I can have students work on the panel, and then I still have my laptop that I can use and work with other students.
For additional questions, please contact pd@bloom.com.